What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for being on Activate You with us today, man. Today is incredible. We got some high school students in the building. Dude, you know, I get excited when I see young hustlers come here and present their businesses, talk about their finances, how much money they're making. If they're not making money and they're pre-revenue, it's all good. You know what? These kids are making things happen. What up, Lucas? What up, Jim?
What up?
So I just want to introduce these two kids to you guys. The name of their company is Tethyr, man. What's going on, Lucas? What's going on, Jim? How y'all doing?
Great. It's good to be here today.
Doing great.
That's what's up, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. It's early,
Yeah.
but you guys are here and you're presenting around 9 o'clock. So that's awesome. Man, tell us about Tethyr, bro. Please. One of you guys, both of you guys.
Yeah. So basically, Tethyr is a fundraising system, which means that any local business can get into the fundraising space. You have companies like Otis Spunkmeyer who traditionally support these fundraisers in the form of paper and pencil. What we do is we make that all digital, and we make it so that it's all packaged up so that any business, for example, places here like Archetype Coffee could get into it by selling coffee beans in the form of item sales fundraisers.
Okay. All right, so item sales fundraisers. I have an item. Oh, it reminds me of that sock company. You buy a sock, you get a sock. Or there's a shoe company that was like, you buy a pair of shoes in America, somebody in a third world country will get a pair of shoes. Something like that.
Exactly. So it kind of works like that, except part of the issue with that is that nobody actually wants the product that people sell. So for those socks, do people really want the socks, or do they just want to donate and support the cause?
Exactly.
What we do is it's companies that are local. So if people are looking for something anyway, and it's a part of a fundraiser, they're more likely to purchase it, and it's really benefiting them more than they would get usually.
So there's like a percentage of the actual price of the product that would go to the fundraising or to the fund.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
You want to talk about how we actually got into this?
Yeah, how'd you guys get into this, bro?
So we had to come up with an idea for a DECA project. We're involved in DECA. So we kind of tied it together with the process that goes into DECA. We had to fundraise a lot last year. We went to an international competition for DECA.
Okay.
Nothing really streamlined digitally. In this day and age, that's obviously very important.
Yeah.
We did use a platform called SnapRaise.
Okay.
They take 20%
Wow.
of what you make on that fundraiser.
Wow.
So we thought there has to be a better way to digitalize this action of fundraising.
Yeah.
And that's how we came up with it. And we originally it started as a project for a state competition, and then eventually we turned it into a real thing.
Okay, so real thing, still pre-revenue, or you guys started making money yet? You guys launched already?
Pre-revenue. We have not launched yet.
We are still pre-revenue.
So when are you guys gonna launch your actual product?
So pretty soon here. I would say any day actually.
Okay.
It's right now I'm in talks with Eileen's Cookies because they do a cookie dough fundraiser where they have this kind of the same way that a company like Otis Spunkmeyer, but I like that they're local.
Yeah.
And so instead of having everything be on paper, I would like it to be digital. And so that you share a link to a digital storefront and purchase everything digitally. It leads to higher purchasing amounts because people like to just click a button and buy instead of having to really hand over cash.
I like that. So you guys got a cookie or a bakery, right? That's actually going in on this with you guys. How many items are they gonna have for you guys, or is it just like whatever they buy on a specific day? What's the process?
So what we go for is we like to have 1 to 3 products to make it more simple. We don't want to have a whole menu.
Okay.
And we aim for like non-perishable goods. So Eileen's Cookies does cookie dough, where you can just freeze that and then you can bake it later.
Wow.
And that's perfect for it because you can buy a tub of it, or you can buy 10 tubs or whatever in a bunch of different flavors. And it's really easy to just for them to put in their freezer and then ship it out. And it's less work than even making a cookie because they just have the cookie dough laying around anyway.
So they buy the baked goods. Who is the money going to from the fund?
So yeah, the fundraiser is running. They go and sell stuff. A certain percent of that goes back to the business. A certain percent of that goes to the fundraiser, and we take a flat 2.6% fee for ourselves. We wanted to keep it pretty low because companies like SnapRaise are taking 20% of donations.
That's
so they're
crazy.
not even they're not even making a product to sell. It's just donations. And so it's like, why would I want to give 1/5 of every dollar to this random company?
Yeah. That isn't a part of the cause, you know?
Exactly. They're stepping in, and it's like you might be working with a the nonprofit, but yourselves are very for profit. They're taking money for themselves and not really caring about the cause in the end.
Yeah. What do you guys say, bro? Talk to us, Jim.
Just one thing I wanted to explain there. Like when he's talking about the products, we have a digital marketplace that we would have on our website where that's where the participants of the nonprofit, they're going to send links of that marketplace to where people can buy those products, and that's where they would go, order them, pick them up, and then that money is linked. It goes back to the fundraiser. We take a percentage of the final revenue, and then
I like that though. So it's almost like a smart contract. As soon as the purchase gets made, money that's allocated will go to the nonprofit, and then the other monies will go to the business itself, and then you guys will get your 2.6%. I think it's a good plan, bro.
Yeah. What else we do with it to make it more of a financial motivator for both sides is that the business gets their money before they produce anything. So right after the campaign's over, the business is paid out before they have to make a single thing of cookie dough or whatever they're making, so that they know for sure they're going to make a profit on every single item they produce. And then the nonprofit is paid out at the end of all the distribution. So once everything is actually delivered to the end donors, then the nonprofit is paid out because we want to encourage them to actually go through and not leave the stuff on the shelves.
So let me ask you this: how many companies or how many nonprofits are you guys looking to have at least within the next 90 days, bro? Can we help you guys out with that?
Yeah, for sure. I think the idea is we like a couple companies, and we'd like also a couple nonprofits that are willing to try out the system and pressure test it. So I think in the next 90 days, I would like up to 5 companies, probably no more than that.
Okay.
I don't want to be in touch with too many people, obviously, but hopefully that's not, I don't think that'd
Like
be...
a beta testing though.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like a period where we can really put the software under test, because I've ran the software through a bunch of tests, but it's hard when it's not real people with real problems doing real things.
Exactly.
And so it feels very different when it's me testing it versus someone else who is going to do things that I didn't expect them to do.
So you have an AI in the software that's actually doing stuff in the background too, or what's going on with the software?
So the software is it's traditional software. I think that the word artificial intelligence is often used because people like to hear it more than it's actually needed in the
It's a lot of hype, yeah. It's a lot of hype.
So I use AI a lot in developing the software, but less in terms of actually having the software, because I feel like oftentimes AI is used for like a little chat bot in the corner or something like that, where they want it to say they have AI involved more than they actually want to have AI involved.
Exactly. Jim, if you had any advice for students your age or young entrepreneurs like you guys, what would that be, bro?
just keep trying. I honestly, I never thought, like, we have Hatch as a program. I never thought I would join it with a product at least this early. I've always had kind of entrepreneurial aspirations, but I never knew where to start. But there's so many ideas out there, and it's just keep thinking. There's always something out there, and it's never too early.
All right. Well, what would you say to them, Lucas?
I think I would say that just look for problems in your whole life. Everywhere you go, look for something that people need and something to solve, because you will come across something that someone is missing at some point. And that's kind of what it was for me. I work at Islands Cookies, so I noticed that everything was paper and it was difficult. That's where I started out, and then I really tried to broaden the scopes of it. I first built the system for them, and now I'm looking to who else could that system benefit from, and really what are the widespread impacts of that system once we deploy it to many people.
I like you guys, man.
Yeah.
How can the people reach you?
LinkedIn, Lucas Agulla.
Okay.
Jimmy Healey.
Jimmy Healey?
Yeah.
All right. You guys got a website yet?
Yeah.
We do.
It's tethyr-inc.com. It's Tethyr with a Y, so it's TETHYR-INC.com.
Awesome. So for those of you guys that don't know what Tethyr is, it's actually a digital coin that's actually tethered to the dollar, right? That's the knowledge that I got. I would advise you to go do more research. I don't know if that's what you guys got the spin off of.
Yeah,
naming that?
you talk the cryptocurrency?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually didn't hear about that until after we already made the brand, and then it was
That's fine.
I was going to make it Tether with an E, but that's the coin, so I had to change it to Tether with a Y.
Lucas, Jimmy, thank you for being on the show today, man. Is there any last words that you guys want to say before we end this?
I just think keep innovating. It's a changing time, so look to the future and see what you can change.
I'd just like to say thanks for having us, Glenn. This was awesome. Great experience.
You're welcome, man. Hey, this was Activate You, and we'll see y'all later. We're out of here.